Hey, I'd like to let you take a look at my second most useful lighting tool after my Alien Bees ABR 800, which is absolutely indispensable as a portable ring light, lighting tool, studio or on location strobe light, and that is the Omega reflector. Now, like you, I've owned, at least one reflector over the years. I've owned many. I still own a few of them, including some rather large ones. And they are useful for blocking light, silver diffusion, white light. They're reversible. They have center sections, and then they're reversible, and then you have white diffusers. Well, just imagine that, except in a much larger form. The 38 by 45 inch Omega reflector is designed by Jerry Gionis. I'm probably mispronouncing his last name. Apologies for that. No, I have no connection to the designer or to Wes Scott, who sells this unit. Right now, I've had this unit for, I think, about 9 months. I wish I'd gotten it earlier. It's an incredible unit. It's actually on sale right now for $99. It's $20 off. It's normally $120. This is so much more versatile. I want you to do two things after you watch. I know this is kind of a boring video, and I'll get out in front of the video here in a second to show you the unit in more detail, but I want you to take a look. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, so I want you to take a look at Jerry's YouTube video on this, where he does some model posing, and then you'll have an aha moment. You're like, oh my god, that is really what I need. Look at the lighting on this thing. It's incredible. What you can do with it. Now, I have only actually used it as a window diffuser and also as a shoot-through sunlight, which is incredible. You have this window to actually shoot through, but that's also replaceable, so you can use it as a regular deflector or shoot-through diffuser. It is so much more versatile. It is like something becoming exponential. It's like you add a penny every day and you double it every day. It's like, well, in the first month it's only pennies, but after a couple months you're talking millions of dollars, and it's kind of the same way with this reflector. It's like, it's just another reflector. No, it isn't, because of the way this thing is designed. It is a reflector, but it is also like multiplying one penny twice every day. It is exponentially much more so than a reflector. And once you see his video and the video that I make after this, which I've actually already made to show you some of the versatile ways that you could use this, then you'll really have an aha moment. I promise you. So this works as a shoot-through silver reflector and a shoot-through white or a shoot-through white using a speed light behind it, shoot-through sunlight or a shoot-through black. Use a full-surface white or a full-surface silver or a full-surface sunlight. It's really great. It comes with 2 suction cups for attaching it to a window, which just makes incredible diffusion pain on any strong light, which just makes gorgeous modeling shots. And a shoot-through natural white light unit. Let me show you the unit here. I have it currently connected to stands, which I'm making another video tonight on a little secret about how to save yourself a lot of money. If you don't have an assistant to hold them up, a really cheap way, check the next video, the one after this or the one right after this. A really secret trick on holding up your reflectors that is better and cheaper. I'm going to remove these background clamps off my Omega reflector. Actually, before I do that, let me show you that. Here we go. I have the center panes, just like a normal large reflector, which I have several of, including one behind me here. I have 3 sections. One is either side like a sandwich that's connected, and of course we have a center section, which is a diffusion window here. I'm actually able to add the center section of the diffuser window to make it a regular diffuser and remove that. Okay? So you can actually have this as a diffuser, or you could like leave the black on or the gold on and use this center section to illuminate a portrait from the other side, with the only translucency being that translucent window. So no light in the whole place except for a speed light, which is where the camera is, coming through, actually shooting on a model with the black surface over here to keep out any stray light. It's gorgeous lighting. I beg you to see the creator's video on this with the link below. His video is pretty short and it's really succinct and beautiful to watch. And of course I have the additional 2 more panes for either side. This is the silver side that I would attach on this side, and the gold that I would attach on the side of where the camera is right now. So I have these 3 windows to make it one solid reflector. The center portion, the outer portion, and the back portion, which is facing me. But it is so indispensable. It is an incredible unit. Let me get my background clamps off here. And it just folds up via the taco method, as they call it, like any other reflector. Like this, fold it in like that, fold it in like that, and it fits in its little sleeve over here. So in that sense, it's exactly like a regular reflector, but you have exponential use out of this thing. And you're not going to understand this, oh, it's another reflector. What's this idiot making a video about a reflector for? I've seen reflectors. I've got a reflector. No, you don't have one like this. And this is so much more useful, so much more indispensable. Of course, it zippers out, as it does here with any other normal circular reflector. The pull-out removable center diffuser. Okay? And then, of course, all three of these windows are replaced. They're held in by Velcro. And of course they're reversible. We have the black here on the interior, so I could reverse the whole thing, or the white. So I have 4 total surfaces. Well, actually 5, excuse me. I have gold, silver, gold, black, and white, and then the diffuser. And the way that you could use this much more meaningfully and usefully, as far as really making your portraits just slam, is it's exponential. One of the most important things that I've found for this, and actually the designer actually uses it, he has a model here, and he has a assistant holding him up. Of course, right now I'm using a couple stands. Is you have a speed light from behind coming, bouncing off either the silver, the gold, or the white, whatever you want for the effect that you want. It's hitting the front of this. You say it's late evening, you're exposing for your background as you're shooting through this window. Obviously, you're going to be using something like a 50 or longer. It's going to be a portrait window. I mean, obviously, this is a portrait window. You're not going to be shooting your model with a 28mm lens or a 35mm lens. Obviously, you're not going to be wanting to capture the silver or the gold of this. So it's a shoot-through portrait window, obviously so. But you can have that incredible effect of the light bouncing off the back of the silver or this gold and then reflecting back on the model's face. And that's incredible, incredible lighting. And it doesn't have to be a speed light. You can use the evening sun. You know, it's too dark. You know, the sun is setting behind your model, and you want to capture that, okay? Well, without using speed lights, what could I do? I have just enough ambient setting sunlight, but I can only get the perfect exposure for the background. You know, what about the model's face without using a speed light or using very minimal fill light? And the answer is using the natural light to reflect off the interior surface of this from behind back onto the model's face. Whether that is available light, or check out the next video. I show you some neat tricks on 5 different things I could attach to the back of this at once, or a speed light. That really bumps it up from what the hell you can do with this. And I've got several, and you might have one. You think, well, all you're doing is showing us a square reflector that has a window cut through it. You know, it's really no different than this, because this is reversible too. It's not the same. It's not the same. Exponentially more useful the Omega reflector is. I don't know why they named it Omega reflector. They ought to call it the Omega reflector, and I just thought of this. I don't know why he called it that. They ought to call it the Omega reflector, because Omega is the last, and if you buy this, it'll be the last reflector you ever buy. It may very well be that that's the inventor's idea. I have no idea why he called it the Omega reflector, but I've always thought of that when I started using it, that this is indispensable. I had some high praise about this many months ago, and I got one. I found out how incredibly useful it is, and it's just not a reflector with a window cut out. It just opens up the possibilities so much more so. And like I said, I got the 3 sections over here for replacing it, dropping it in, and using it as a regular reflector if I want to. And the amazing thing is dropping in the that I found so helpful is dropping in the center diffuser, having your model on the other side, dropping in having a speed light to come through the diffusion center window with your camera over here, and the illumination it's just dreamy. I mean, this is the stuff that makes money. I said this is $100. I can actually think of nothing other than my Alien B units, my ABR 800 ring lights, which are the Swiss Army knife of lighting. No single thing that will pay for itself faster than this thing. That's number 1, and this is number 2. And anyway, thanks for watching, and please be sure to check out the inventor's video on this with the link below, because that will really give you the aha moment. He'll give you side-by-side comparisons with and without, and then you'll really get it. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.